originally I was going to do a haul, and this shirt is included. This shirt shouldn't be included, but it is. Guys, this shirt was $20. This is a white beater crop top, whatever. But and yes, it was from Urban Outfitters. And also, I have on too much blush. Like, I don't typically do blush, but it's whatever. However, I was watching YouTube, right? And I was watching YouTube and I was just like, dang, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this haul because I'm losing daylight. But I was gonna try and do it anyway. But then that's when something caught my attention, and I don't know if anybody, her name on YouTube and Instagram is I am. Sometimes I can't pronounce certain things, but she goes by I am Eloho or whatever. That's her actual name, Eloho. I love it. However, she had this video and it was titled dark skinned girls get spray tan ? And it goes on, you know, Patricia Bright. Now I don't know if anybody knows who Patricia Bright is or whatever, but you know, she felt the need to, she's a dark-skinned person herself or whatever, and shit. Okay, so she's a dark-skinned woman herself, and so is Patricia Bright or whatever, and she's upset that because she doesn't, honestly I just think I watched the whole video and I was about to watch Patricia Bright basically get a tan or whatever, and she, being Patricia Bright, you know, she basically expresses like how she doesn't have an even skin tone. I don't know anybody who does, so I am there. So basically there were some points where I am Eloho made that I understood. Do I personally have those feelings myself? As a light-skinned black woman, I feel like I'm not. As a dark-skinned black woman, I feel like she has every right to feel how she feels. I'm not going to sit here and tell her, oh, I'm Eloho, you shouldn't feel that way, da-da-da-da. No, she has a right to feel that way. Because if you already have it, why pay for it? I get that point. However, on the other side, Patricia Bright feels like like she said, there's like this challenge where a lot of people are going to places where the service they know is bad, but for some reason it's a trend to go to a spot where you know that the service is bad, you know that they get 2 stars, and yet you want to go there. So Patricia is thinking, I'm not about to sit up here and sabotage myself and waste my time. But she wanted to do something that she never done before. And her, like me, I'm finding out that actually there are a lot more black people that get tan than you thought or whatever, or that you may think. Because if you didn't know about it prior, like, actually a black person, my legs, oh my god, my legs, do you not see how bright this is compared to my chest? My legs do not match even my arm. Does not even match my chest. Hell, it doesn't even match my stomach. My legs are like, in over time, I used to be as light, if not lighter, than my legs. There, I feel like as you get older, you get darker. Some parts of your body, because they tan more or they get exposed more, they just don't catch up. So I'm going to continue watching. Not I Am Eloho, because I already watched all of her stuff. I'm going to watch Patricia Bright's. Oh. I would have had more info on it. However, the kitten that we have decided that she wanted to step all over the laptop, and it exited out of the whole thing. So.
Skip the flat iron with our first in-shower styler. Just mix with shampoo. New Fruit Tea Sleek Shot.
I'm going to use like an exfoliating body brush. This is from Legology. I've had these for quite a while, and I was like going to want to use this on my skin recently, so I'm going to exfoliate really intensely right now. And I've got like stimulating salts. can I use this? I hope there's not oil in it. Basically, they said don't moisturize or anything. If I don't moisturize, I actually go sandy. Like if you rub my skin, flakes will come off. It's not a good look.
Oh, it was another, she also expressed how not only is her skin tone uneven, I don't know whose skin tone is even. Oh, I hope that didn't show up on it. It's have to edit that out. Okay, so yeah, so she also expressed how gray she is. Now, so basically the whole reason why she wants to get this spray tan is, one, she's never done it. Two, she doesn't want to do a challenge that isn't going to benefit her. Three, a black person who's deep skin, dark skin, however, deep melanin, however you choose to say, she herself recommended it. She, you know, it was a tip. Like, so basically Patricia's just like, oh, okay, I want to be more radiant. She does. Oh, and another thing is she feels like she's gray. Now, everybody who knows, especially in the makeup community, if you ever get concealer or any sort of like face makeup that's gray, no one's going to be happy with it. And I find it funny because, like, who's gray? Patricia's gray in certain areas, and she doesn't want to be gray in certain areas. And if you have the money for it and it's not hurting anyone and it's not hurting yourself, go for it. Because Eloho made an analogy saying her stomach, I think, is darker than the rest of her, to make a point that nobody is really even toned, which she's true, which is right, or whatever. You know, I've never met a person whose entire body was naturally even, so I'm not mad at that. However, Patricia feels like she's gray. So if Patricia feels like she's gray, I'm curious as to what the after looks like.
I must moisturize after every contact with water. So I'm going to shower now. Give myself a little bit of a shave because we don't need the tan to stick to the regions. I'm going to give myself that body prep, body. I am showered, I'm exfoliated, I am entirely prepped. I'm also entirely dry. Between the fingers is trying to be a different race. This is what happens when I don't moisturize. It's quite good, I think, for you guys just to see what my face looks like before the tan. You'll see that I also have this kind of beard. So here's like a lighter region of my face.
Okay, there are certain areas where she's talking and it does reflect gray. I'm not sure if it's the light. I'm not sure what it is. But Eloho says she didn't see a difference. Me, however, I feel like I'm not saying that she missed it on purpose. No, I don't feel like that or whatever. I really don't. I feel like, however, her mindset is such an of like, I don't understand why you would pay for something that you already have, where she's like, she's not paying for something that she doesn't have. And I feel like I'm in the middle. I'm like, to each his own. Because even she wasn't so much saying about light-skinned black people or whatever. I don't really think I am Eloho really, you know, thinks about that. And she even admitted, like, white people who get a tan to naturally be a color that they would be with the tan doesn't really, I guess it doesn't bother her. However, in my opinion, I don't think that, in my opinion, this is my opinion. Opinions are not facts, okay? In my opinion, if homegirl feels like she's gray and she has money to not be gray, go ahead. Her hands, with no lotion, I feel like she is absolutely right. I feel like Patricia Bright does reflect gray. And I don't know anybody who wants to sit up here and looks like the Proud Family Gross Sisters. Like, I don't know. The motherfuckers was not only gray, but they was blue or some other weird hue, you know? So I understand or whatever. I can't speak from a dark-skinned person's point of view. I can only speak from a point of view of a human who legs are extremely white in comparison to the rest of her body, and she's already light, you know? So we'll see what the after looks like. I'm really curious to see what the after looks like.
It's always been like that. And I have this little darker beard here. But maybe tanning would help. Maybe even it out a little bit more. I don't know. Beauty treatments are expensive.
Oh, and another thing, anytime somebody has a flaw of any sort, the person who is living with that flaw is not only going to see it more, but they're going to think that it's worse than what the next person next to them who's not living with it. Okay, so let's also keep that in mind.
20, 40, 60, 70, 80. Bought out £100 basically. I'm hoping this is enough for my spray tan and my toes. I am so grey. Michael is my chauffeur to taking me to the nail shop. But Michael, you don't know this actually. Guess what I'm doing today?
What are you doing today? Ooh, the bastard.
Oh, Michael's just seen that someone's locked his car.
Properly smashed it.
I've got
Okay.
more important things to worry about. Guess what I'm doing today?
What are you doing today?
I'm getting a spray tan.
A spray tan. What?
A spray tan.
You?
Yeah.
I mean, out of two of us, I probably wouldn't come out alive. I'd probably just be a pile of ash on the floor.
Babe, a spray tan is not the same.
Oh, a spray tan. Okay, the thing where they go, are you going to like a tent and they go,
Yeah.
oh, sick. All right, okay.
Yeah.
What colour are you going?
Oh, but unfortunately, I need to go to the shop. What colour am I going for was his question. I don't know if they've got...
Then just shower it off.
Yeah.
It'll obviously, the guy colour or wash up and it'll be normal colour.
Okay.
Oil, moisturiser.
Okay. Can I go to sleep with it on and then in the morning have a shower?
Yeah.
First time spray tan. Oh, I love it. I feel like I'm doing in 8 hours from now. I feel colour even more than it's supposed.
Okay, so however, when she was getting sprayed, I'm like, I don't see a damn difference. I was like, is there even anything in there? And then I saw like the drippage on the floor and I'm like, oh shit, it actually is brown, I guess. Like brown skin color. Liquid on the floor. She's talking now and she did say she had like some darker pigmentation like around like her mouth area. I still see it. Maybe it's the lighting, but I don't see it as bad, but I damn sure still see it. However, her hands were a dead giveaway. Her hands were ashy. And yes, they were gray. Honestly, I wanted her, I wish she would have put on lotion first and then, you know, did one where her hand was completely dry without any product. Put on lotion, wash her hand again, and then so she would have one with lotion, one without lotion, and then the after with the tan. I wish she would have did that. Because maybe she just needed some lotion.
Can you see?
A little. You look like you're glowing.
Good morning. It is the day after Patricia has tanned and, well, can you guys see? No, I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I can see it.
I was gonna say, you see a little bit. Very little. Like her chest area, a little bit. And they both, like, I feel like one, she's in brighter daylight than the other, than the day the after. I feel like in the before, I mean, I don't know. I went ahead and got my face done. I feel like, I don't know. But I can see a difference, but I'm not sure if it's the lighting. Like I said, I wish she would have did one with lotion, one without lotion, and then the tan. I wish, but I mean, to do YouTube, to do videos, let alone YouTube, I feel like a lot of people don't understand. A lot of work goes into it, especially with the editing. And it's like the more you have to edit. Maybe she wasn't thinking about that, you know. I mean, me personally, as a person who gets really ashy, because I feel like I have combination skin, but only when during the summertime everything is oily. During the wintertime everything is dry, like body wise, but then it'll get oily. My face, my face still gets oily. It's just, and sometimes in certain areas, that the cold will snatch away all of my moisture. So I say that to say this. You see in here, like, because funny thing is, sometimes when I get off the shower, I don't feel like putting on lotion when I'm about to do my makeup because my hands will be really slippery. I don't know if you can. My skin is really dry. So I get it. I get it with you. I get it. I get it. I get it. I've never met a person whose skin doesn't get dry. However, I see a difference, but it's not something I would have paid $100 for or 100 pounds for. I don't give a fuck. I'm paying $100. I'm not paying 100 pounds. I'm not paying 100 pesos. Okay, I'm doing it.
I kind of got like this red hue. I saw myself in the mirror. I was like, wow, I look a little bit red.
Yeah, you do. I was gonna say, yeah, that was another thing I wasn't sure. Like, her undertone is a lot different than, and from like that I do notice her undertone. It's more, like she said, it's more red.
I feel like I look just a bit like colour. It's fabulous. I feel healthy. And you know when girls get their tan, they're like, I feel much healthier with the tan. I see it. I get it. I see it. It's all over. I did it on my face. I don't think my face looks as tan, but I can definitely see it in my body. And it's kind of giving me this like red hue. Yeah. So not Oompa Loompa, not Donald Trump, but it's a little bit
Donald
more
Trump would be orange, and so is the Oompa Loompa.
Look at my arm. From greyish to red. I really like it. So I was told to leave it on for 8 hours, and I went to bed wearing the tan. And I thought that I was going to wake up with like orange sheets. I don't know why I thought that. I think a lot of people talk about, you know, the fact that the tan transfers. No, my sheets are still as white. So here I am now in comparison to yesterday. I'm going to tip it down. I'm still ashy. I haven't moisturized.
Yeah, I wanted to say that.
I hope you guys can tell. I might try.
Her stomach area, I can tell. And her chest. Like I said, I don't feel like I would have done the face though. I feel like that darkness she was talking about, I feel like it enhanced it. I feel like next time maybe not do the face, or maybe just, you know, but I don't know how spray tan really works. I plan on getting one for my legs. I hope they don't have to do my whole body, but if they tell me, hey, I have to do your whole body, I'll wait till the summertime. I will wait till the summertime, and I will just sit outside with some shorts on or a bikini. I'll sit out in the back, you know, I'll sit out during golden hour, and I will put on sunscreen, and I will tan my legs for about 30 minutes. I ain't got time to be spending my money when I can get it naturally. When I can wait, you know, I can wait. I can wait. She is in the UK, so I know from watching, I'm not sure, maybe it's the UK, but I know in different parts of the world where we have winter, they may have summer. I'm not sure if the sun is like how, you know, because right now we're in winter, so I wonder if she could have just tanned. I don't, like, tan naturally. I don't fucking know. However, I do see a difference. I am Eloho. She said that she didn't see a difference. I see the difference. I would like to critique this more. I don't like what it did to her face. I really don't. I feel like, and I do agree with I am Eloho, the lighting is slightly different. I feel like with the before she has more natural lighting, and we all know that natural lighting is the best lighting, especially if you have white walls like how she has. Or whatever. I feel like she still has natural lighting, but she also turned on that yellowish light, so However, I can see what she's saying. Like, homegirl is still ashy, but she's not reflecting that gray. You feel me? Like she said, she's more of a red undertone. She could have went without it, but she wanted to try something new, so.
Put a side by side together, but the light isn't exactly the same because it's a different type of day. But I definitely feel just a bit more like rich in color, which is quite nice. I feel like this is what I needed. In regards to like stretch mark and tummy area, it hasn't done much, but I like.
Honestly though, I feel like it did do a little bit. Honestly, the tummy area is the best area. Oh, in her chest, like her tummy area and her chest, I feel like the tan took her really well, you know. That's my opinion.
Overall look right now. Is it really dirty to say? I feel like I don't want to shower it off. Like, no, I don't want it to fade. I get it now. But yeah, showering is important.
Okay, so I literally just watched that whole video and she could have went without it. But she wanted to try something new, so to each their own. I don't feel like, I mean, only reason why I'm making a video of it is because Eloho made a video about it and she was a little pressed about it. When I say pressed, I mean it got her, like it upset her or whatever in a way that I don't think I would feel as a light-skinned black woman. I don't think, you know, so I'm very curious as to what other dark-skinned, whether the brown-skinned woman who has either tanned or never tanned before, like I am curious, like I'm really curious, because it's like my mindset isn't going to, you feel me, I'm thinking like a light-skinned black person. She's thinking like a brown-skinned, melanated, deep melanated person. You feel me? Like I said, all right, so I'll give you a rerun of my thoughts. Eloho made a video saying how, you know, she was bothered, saying how homegirl didn't need to spend money on what she doesn't have. I'm not bothered, but I do agree. You don't need to spend money on something that you naturally have. However, Patricia Bright felt like she was gray. She didn't want to be gray. If you have money to spend something on something to change yourself and it is not going to harm you, okay. She doesn't have to do it again. Like I said, Eloho made a comparison to bleaching. I rather someone tan themselves first than to bleach themselves first, because tanning is not with the sun or whatever, but with like the, you know, I feel like that's less harmful. I'm not saying it's not harmful because I haven't really looked into it, but I've never heard of someone's skin peeling off because they, you know, like, you know, because if you ever read or research the ingredients of what skin bleaching is, okay, I felt like those two comparisons, they were a bit, you know, or whatever. Now, had she said, bathing in the sun, I'd have been like, okay, you got a point, because they are both dangerous. However, she didn't. Okay, so I feel like Eloho had a right to feel how she felt. However, I don't share that same feeling. I feel like Patricia Bright had every right to spend her money on a spray tan she didn't need. However, I don't share those same feelings, okay? So, in this case, to each his own. You know, and I'm not coming for anybody. I'm not coming for Eloho. She's entitled to her opinion. Like I said, free speech, okay? She's using free speech to exercise in a positive or in a non-negative way. Okay, I watch a lot of her videos. I stuck with her through damn near every video about blackfishing. Homegirl had so many videos that I'm glad somebody told her to stop. Even though I was here for it. I'm just like, at one point, I was just like, another one? Another one? Another one? Damn. you know, or whatever. So it's like, I like hearing her opinion, but at the same time, I'm not always going to agree. And I find it okay to not always agree. Like, it's fine. I'm not going to share, especially when it comes to being of a different hue, of a different shade. Like, no, I'm not going to, like, now maybe if she, like, there was another video when she said something about 4C hair. I don't have 4C hair. I have 4B hair or whatever. You know, when I straighten my hair, the texture gets a little loose. Like, it was closer to 4C at one time, but however, it was still 4B. When I straighten my hair, the curls get a little more looser. That's just my own natural hair or whatever. If I straighten my hair a little more, it'll be 4A or whatever. But my hair, unless it's completely damaged, it never leaves the 4 spectrum. So I was close with her, but I still wasn't there. But I can still watch a video. I can still watch a video and be like, you know what? I see, because I love different opinions. I love different opinions. Because it's like, homegirl is from Brooklyn. I'm from Philly. And Patricia Bright, she lives in the United Kingdom. But we're all black. We're all black, and we obviously have different opinions because we are not exactly the same. And that's another thing I want people to understand about. And I hate using the word black or whatever. I kind of do. I'll go into a different whatever. But like people of melanin of African descent, like, you know, we're more connected to it. You know, everyone comes from Africa, scientifically proven, but I mean like the ones that who, you know, with the whole transatlantic, you know, all that, and a more direct route, a more direct history. Like, people like us, we're all not the same. You know, it's not like one size fits all. Just like with hair, just like with skin, just like with the brain. Like, you feel me? Like, even twins are different. So I love different opinions, and I love to know where they come from, because it's like, oh, okay, boom, let me keep that in mind. Because if you ever hear people argue, they're arguing. They're not having. You can have a heated discussion. You can have a very passionate, heated discussion, and still understand where that person is coming from. You may not agree with it. That's fine. But I think it's something beautiful when you can hear someone else's opinion that is very different from yours, or is completely like the polar opposite, like day and night different from yours, and you can still be like, okay, I may not agree, but I get what you're saying. I may not personally agree, but I get what you're saying. I can understand why I am Eloho. First of all, with the whole spending 100 pounds, sis, I'm not, like I said, I'm not spending that much money for something that I already have, okay? That's like me going to the store to buy a wig, a 4B wig. For what? For what? For what? Why? Now, I may buy extensions to, you know, enhance, you know, elongate what I already naturally have, but a whole wig, like I'm going to the store to buy a ponytail, which I already got. Yeah, it's gonna be a little different or whatever, because it's not naturally my own. Yeah, it might be a little red or whatever, but you know what? Like I said, to each his own. I am Eloho has a right to feel like how she feel. I have a right to feel like how I feel, and Patricia Bright has a right to feel like how she feels. And I'm glad she spoke on it. I am. So I feel like
Carry on. Got time. The time is running.
I felt like yeah, I said all I said. I said what yeah. Alright, bye.